let's speak about some juicy EV stocks to watch this week. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and it is looking like it is going to be an absolutely juicy week for a lot of EV stocks out there. Today we're going to take a look at 5, well, maybe 6 or 7, we'll see. There's a few that'll all be listed in the description if you want to skip forward to whatever you want, but I recommend you watch this video all the way through because there are several plays that could be made over the next week that could be very lucrative. Now, I would like to stress the fact that in today's video, some of the stocks we're going to speak about are not ones that I would plan particularly on going long in or even short in. They're just ones that I can see trades happening. I will try and express if I think it is a good buy or a good sell for the short, medium, or long term. But again, always do your own research. Don't take my word for it. A lot of these companies are going to be very high risk, high reward. The first two in particular. So don't just blindly go throw your money at any of these companies today, guys. We're just here to spread the news. So really quickly, guys, could I ask you, hit that juicy like button for your boy. I really would appreciate it. It's a Monday. Let's start the week off with hitting the juicy like button. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what EV companies you are watching this week. And please, my friend, if you're new around here, hit that juicy red subscribe button so you don't miss a video. And with that being said, I don't want to waste any of your guys' time. So we're going to be speaking about a company that I have been getting asked to speak about in my comment section quite a bit as of late, and I haven't done so yet, but I have been looking into them behind the scenes, and that is Mullen Automotive. Now, ticker symbol is MULN, and you will see just from the chart I have up here, it is crazy. In the last pretty much month, they've gone from 84 cents all the way to 93 cents, all the way down to 53 cents. This is pretty much as crazy as it gets, my friends. You will see Friday they went down about 7.5%. Right now, pre-market, they're up 1%. So why are they making the list for today? Well, the last 2 days of last week were insane. I mean, look at that. That's a 30+% move in 2 days. They are getting spoken about an awful lot on the internet right now. Now, in case you don't have a clue who they are, this is one of the biggest things that's going on in the world of them right now. They respond to shareholders regarding majority acquisition of Bollinger Motors. So they're looking to, I believe, take a 60% stake in Bollinger Motors. I could be wrong again, guys. I haven't done a full DD into this company. Mullen Automotive is a Southern California-based automotive company building the next generation of premium electric vehicles that are affordable and built entirely in the United States. Now, one thing I'd like to stress here is that these have been around for quite a while. I saw some articles back from, I think, 2015, 2016 saying that they're getting ready to compete with Tesla and stuff. So keep that in mind, guys. There more than likely is a reason why they've struggled to this date. And again, I am in the process of doing my due diligence on these guys, so I can bring you a full video with my full long-term outlook. But yeah, I assume there's a reason why, you know, Tesla's done the thing they've done and Mullen's done the things they've done. But with an end-to-end ecosystem that supports owners from test driving to financing and servicing through a unique hybrid dealership model, customers are supported through every aspect of EV ownership. The Mullen 5, the company's first electric crossover, is slated for delivery in 2024. But the company says it will launch demonstrator 5 EV crossover vehicles in October. Now, I personally believe this is, between this and the majority acquisition of Bollinger Motors, this is why they're getting spoken about an awful lot again. If you go on to StockTwits, you'll see that there are messages coming in every minute pretty much, and well, more than every minute, and it's still in pre-market tradings. I can tell just from reading through this that there are a lot of bulls. There seems to be a lot more bulls than bears on retail side at the very least. But I've seen this mentality before with EV stocks, and I have been, you know, on the good side of it and the bad side of it, so I would very, very much so recommend to trade cautiously. But again, looking at this chart, it has to make the list for a top 5 EV stocks to watch for big trades. I mean, look at it. Look at this range. Look at the one-day moves if you catch it at the right time. Now, we're looking at it on the 1 hour chart right here, and you can see that the volume, the last 2 trading days, so Thursday and Friday, was actually considerable, and that is what led to both big moves up and big moves down. But you can also see, just by looking at the RSI, on the hourly, it's been respecting that RSI quite a bit, and that could have led to some really, really nice trades here. I'm going to keep my eye on this one just for trades this week. I have no interest in buying or selling for the long term here, but I'm going to be looking at it. I might play a small play or two here. It reminds me a lot of when everybody was really excited about like CEI. I see those kind of moves happen here. Not every day, but when they do happen, they happen very, very quickly. I'm going to be keeping my eye on it. I recommend you guys do the same, but again, don't touch this one, even with 0.01% of your portfolio if you're going to have a weak stomach, because anything could happen. It's going to be a coin flip an awful lot of the time, so tread very cautiously. And again, if you want a full analysis on this company, let me know in the comment section, because I think I should put a little bit more research into these, because I see a lot of people speak about them a lot. But anyway, that's the first one of the day. Now, the next one we're going to speak about is Hyzon Motors, ticker symbol HYZN. So a lot of you guys probably are aware of who these are, okay? Their earnings is coming out September 14th, so on Wednesday, and I do believe it's in after hours. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe that's when it is. But again, I'm bringing this one out because if I bring you back to the daily chart, not the hourly, look at what happened relatively recently, okay? The 4th of August, we're all the way up at $4.50 a share. Huge gap created, a huge sell-off, and now they're sitting down at exactly $2 a share. But they are consolidating at this lower range. But what's important to remember, guys, is there is still a lot happening here. If I just show you, say, from a week ago to where they bottomed out, that there was still a 13% move. There is quite a bit happening here. Volume is low. Now, why did this all happen back here? Well, they will not be able to file earnings on time due to an investigation. The company says it will not be able to report earnings in time for the extended filing date, and this news has investors worried about a potential delisting of Hyzon stocks. So again, guys, just like Mullen right now, I think this is extraordinarily high risk, high return, okay? So be very, very careful. Again, I know less about these guys than I do about Muln, but I wanted to put them in there just because it's one of the craziest charts that's out there. And again, if you want some homework to do for yourself, go look into them. Go see what you think is going to happen next. After I look into Mullen, I think this will be the next company I take a decent look at. See if I can find a decent short or medium term trade to be had here. But for now, they're just staying on my watch list. Okay, next up, we're going to kind of incorporate a couple of different ones into this. Primarily Nio and XL, okay? So China's auto sales climbed 32% year over year in August, led by EVs. And you can see that on Friday, Nio went up 8.37% and XL went up 7.34% based off of the back of this news. Now, the other stocks all had a good day. EV had a good day in general, but these two exceeded based on this solid news here. China's auto sales grew 32.1% year over year to reach 2.38 million units in August. August sales of new energy vehicles reached record 666,000 units, up 12.31% from units sold in July, and 107% from 321,000 units sold in August 2021. So what this means is it implies that the penetration of NEVs in China reached a record 27.9% in August, up 3.4 percentage points from July. I mean, that is quick increase. Obviously, still not the majority whatsoever, but that increase is very considerable, and investors were clearly very happy to see this. Now, why this is so interesting for Nio in particular, in my opinion, first of all, it's one that I am invested in, so I'm going to naturally have more of an interest in it. But I made a video on them recently. They've been trading in very interesting ranges, just about kept up right above this area of, you know, a decently long-term support right now, which was very important. And then this news came out and they had this fantastic day, bringing them back pretty much dead center of their range of consolidation. So what does this mean as an investor? Well, it means, for one, we don't expect a huge sell-off to the downside, which is obviously a positive thing. And it means that they can continue to push to the upside if we are to get more good news, such as, you know, the China auto sales climbing. The thing was, their earnings came out recently and people weren't, you know, too happy with them. That's why I was a little bit worried, and I thought we were going to actually get a little bit more of a sell-off than this. But we didn't. People weren't too upset altogether whatsoever. And I mean, it's not like they were the worst things in the whole wide world, but guidance for the rest of the year wasn't the absolute best, and earnings in general, deliveries in general, weren't exactly what investors were looking for. That's why I want to keep an eye on them right now. I'm wondering if this is going to be, you know, an overreaction, if people are going to take that 8.37% back right away, back down to this area of support. And that's what I want to see. If this happens, I want to see if we can hold out above here again. And then that's when you can start trying to make these plays, you know. If you want to open somewhere around that 1650 mark, let's say, and then try play it all the way up to that 22 mark, that's a 33% move. That's the kind of medium-term swing you're looking for here. But it is very risky to play supports like that unless you're given a little bit more confirmation, because it could just as easily come back down here and see a similar 30% move to the downside. So they're on the watch list. There could be a big move with Nio, but it just depends what news comes out for them next. I don't think it's going to happen this week, but I still want to include them in today's video because of this news here, that the sales climbing was just a very good thing altogether. As well, in a similar breath, I could say similar things for XL, Li Auto in there as well, Tesla falls in there, xpeng falls in there to an extent, but I wanted to focus on Nio. Now, here is one we haven't spoken about in literal years on the channel, okay? Nikola. Nikola's former CEO is on trial for lying about the company. Now, I think anybody who is around the 2020 era of YouTube, especially the EV one, knows about Nikola, knows about everything that happened, knows about the truck getting rolled down the hill. It was a shambles. Knows about Trevor Milton doing quite a few relatively bad things, let's say. So when I saw this headline today, I had prepped this video yesterday, and I saw this morning, I knew I had to include it. For the record, Nikola is in a serious downtrend, and it has been for a very long time. Anytime it's really showed any signs of reversing it, it just comes right back down. You know what I mean? So it's still trading in huge ranges. There is still 20 to 50% moves happening on a monthly basis with Nikola. That's why they're on the watch list. But I don't know how much of an effect this is going to have on the company, honestly, guys. I just wanted to bring it up. I wanted to bring it to your guys' attention. So the US fraud trial of former Nikola Corporation CEO Trevor Milton will begin in Manhattan on Monday with jury selection. So it's only beginning now, and it's going to last about 4 or 5 weeks. Okay, more than likely, it's not going to have any outstanding effect on the stock's price this week or even next week. And who knows, it might not have any effect in 4 to 5 weeks' time either. Because everything he's done already had an effect. That's what all of this is. All of this is the effect that Trevor Milton had on the company. All of this, the fact that the company's down in the $5 range, that's the effect that he has already had on the company. He's facing charges of deceiving and lying to investors about the hydrogen-powered truck maker's technology starting in November of 2019. He also stands accused of defrauding the seller of a Utah ranch who accepted Nio stock options as part of the purchase price for the property based on Milton's claims. He's pleaded not guilty to everything, obviously. But yeah, remember as well, for its part, Nikola paid a civil penalty of $125 million last year without admitting wrongdoing to settle a fraud investigation by the SEC. So look, I'm adding them back to my watch list for the first time in a while. Very clear downtrend. I don't see why they would make any considerable upward move given this news here. So what I would be looking to do is follow the downtrend and sell to the short side again, and you could easily find a 20-30% play here if that is what you are into. But yeah, it's Nikola. I hope things actually turn around for Nikola. I hope that I haven't been following the company for a long time, but I do hope that they are doing better than when Trevor Milton was in charge. It was always a good concept, and you know, anything that's in the NEV space, BEV space is good in my eyes. Okay, guys, the last one I want to bring up today is, it's Chargepoint. It has been an absolute beast as of late, and the reason I'm including it is because they just on Friday hit this area of resistance, and they didn't immediately get rejected, and they are looking to open in the green, which could well mean that we could expect an upward move happening here. What's also interesting is that it's been relatively healthy price action. It wasn't just an insane upward move. There's been no gaps created. Yes, we've had 4 juicy green days in a row, very juicy green days. No gaps have been created though, and before this there was downward movement, some consolidation. So I mean, it's looking healthy right now. If you didn't watch my last video speaking about Chargepoint and why they could fly up from here all the way up to here very quickly before making another huge leg up, I'm going to have that in the corner of the screen right now. I highly recommend you go and watch that video. And if you haven't seen my 30-minute video going through their last earnings report, which explains why I am super bullish on these guys for the long term, I do recommend you check that one out as well, guys. That will give you all of the information you need here. But technicals are looking solid. Obviously, we're playing at resistance, so, don't get too excited. I would not be surprised whatsoever if we do see 1, 2, or even 3 red candles forming. Hopefully, they can stay above the $16 range at this stage and then shoot up past the 18s. Get to that 21, baby, and make a big upward move. But anyway, my friends, there are 5 juicy EV stocks to watch this week. Maybe pick some up, maybe sell some to the short side. There are going to be some big moves either way. That's all I'm saying, baby. If you watched all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend. I really appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. Your support really does mean the world to me. I would appreciate it so much if you would hit that juicy like button, drop me a comment down below, and subscribe if you're new around here, because again, all of that helps with the algorithm. It helps YouTube push my videos to more people. Makes me feel good. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you with another video very soon. Peace.